Good morning, students. This is your English teacher, Mrs. Haimavati from LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. Now that you have taken one step forward in your academic journey, so a hearty congratulations to you all. In this moment of crisis, we as teachers have taken the task to reach you through e-teaching. So let us make the use of time in a fruitful way. Before I start with the lesson, I would like to tell you that in 7th standard you have two books in English. One is Honeycomb and the other is An Alien Hand. So today, let's start with Honeycomb. Lesson number 1, 3 questions. This is a short story by Russian author Leo Tolstoy. Before I start the lesson, I would like to tell you about the main characters in the story. The main characters are the king, the hermit, the bearded man. The king, he has 3 questions and he is seeking answers to them. Hermit is a person who lives alone and leads a simple life. The bearded man, he wanted to take revenge on the king. Let's start with the lesson. The thought came to a certain king that he would never fail if he knew 3 things. These 3 things were: what is the right time to begin something? Which people should he listen to? What is the most important thing for him to do? Here, the king had a thought in his mind that if he know the answer to these 3 questions, then he would never fail in his life. So the 3 questions were: what is the right time? Who is the right person to whom he should listen to? And what is the most important thing to do in his life? The king therefore sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who would answer these 3 questions. So the king, therefore, he sent the messengers to the kingdom in order to get the answers to these questions. So whoever will give the answer to these 3 questions, he will be given with a large sum of. Next, many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. After the king sent the messengers throughout his kingdom, he wanted to know the answers from different people. So many of the wise men came to the king and they all gave the answers differently. In reply to the first question, some said the king must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. So what was the first question? The first question was, what is the right time to begin something? So to that, what was the reply given by the people? Some wise men said that the king has to prepare a timetable and he has to follow it strictly. Only in this way, they said, could he do everything at its proper time. So this is the only way to do everything in the proper time. Others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. So others said to the king that it is not possible to decide the right time to do something. Next, the king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasures, and always do whatever seemed to be necessary at that time. So some other wise men said that the king has to avoid the unnecessary or the foolish acts and he has to do whatever is necessary at the right time. Yet others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. This was because one man would find it impossible to decide correctly without help from others, the right time for every action. So if you see, the word council means a group of people chosen to give advice or to make rules. So other wise men said that the king need a group of wise men in order to decide the right time or the proper time to do something. This is because it is not possible for a single man to decide correctly what is the right time to do every action. But then others said that there were some things which could be urgent. These things could not wait for the decision of the council. In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians could do that. The king, therefore, would have to go to the magicians. So here, some others said that if there is anything urgent, then one cannot wait for the decision of the council. So in that case, one has to look into the future, and only magicians can do that. Therefore, king has to go to the magicians. So who are the magicians? Magicians are the people, those who have magical powers. In their answers to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. Others said the priests. A few others chose the doctors, and yet others said that his soldiers were the most necessary. So what was the second question, students? Which people the king should listen to? For this question also, the king got different answers from different wise men. Like some said, king should listen to his counselors. So who are the counselors? Counselors are the members of the council. Some said the priests. The priests are the one who has been trained to perform the religious duties, and they are also known as pujari in Hindi. Few others said that the doctors are the most necessary, and yet others said that the king's soldiers were the most necessary people. Now come to the third question. The third question was, what is the most important thing for him to do? So let's read what answers the wise men gave. To the third question, some said science, others chose fighting, and yet others religious worship. So some people said that science means to gain knowledge through observation and experience. Few others said fighting, and yet others said religious worship will be the most important thing to do. As the answers to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. So now the king got different answers to his questions and was not satisfied with any of these answers. So he didn't give reward to any of the wise men. He decided to seek or to find the advice of a certain hermit who is known for his wisdom. So who is a hermit, students? A person who lives alone and leads a simple life. And what do you mean by wisdom? Wisdom is the quality of being wise, or the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. He saw no one but simple people, and so the king put on ordinary clothes. Before he reached the hermit's hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. So now what the king did in order to meet the hermit? In order to meet the hermit who lived in the wood, the king put on ordinary clothes. He left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. As the king came near the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king and continued digging. The hermit was old and weak, and as he worked, he breathed heavily. When the king came near the hermit's hut, he saw that the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. As the hermit saw the king, he wished him and continued with his work, that is digging. The hermit was old and weak, so as he worked, he breathed heavily. Breathed heavily means breathe with difficulty. Then the king went up to the hermit and said, "I have come to you, wise hermit, as to ask you to answer 3 questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need most? And what affairs are the most important? Now the king is ready with his 3 questions. He went to the hermit and asked him to answer 3 questions. The hermit listened to the king but did not give any reply. The hermit listened to the king but did not speak. He went on digging. "You are tired," said the king. "Let me take the spade and work in your place." Observing the hermit being working for a long time, the king felt that he may be tired. So he asked the hermit to give the spade so that he can work in his place. "Thanks," said the hermit, giving the king his spade. Then he sat down on the ground. Now the hermit gave his spade to the king and was thankful to him. Now he sat down on the ground and took rest. When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answer, but stood up, stretching out his hand for the spade, and said, "Now you rest and let me work." After the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and again asked the same questions to hermit. Again hermit didn't give any reply. Instead, hermit stood up and stretched his hand asking for the spade and said the king to take rest and let him work. Students, beds means small patches of the ground which is used for plants or where we do the planting. Next, but the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king struck the spade into the ground and said, "I came to you, wise men, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me no answer, tell me so, and I will return home." "Here comes someone running," said the hermit. So here the king did not give the spade and continued digging. Time went on, but king didn't got any reply from the hermit. It was now time for sunset, and the king struck the spade into the ground and said the hermit that he came here to get answers to his questions. The king said that, "If you are not interested to give any answers, then just tell me, I will return to my home." Just after this, hermit said to the king that there is someone coming towards us running.